It's Miss Melinda from Charleston First Church of the Nazarene. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, I love you. Good morning to all of my Storytime friends. I'm so happy you've decided to join me today, and I hope you're ready for another exciting Bible story. Today we'll be reading My Bible Friends, Jesus and the Storm by Etta DeGeering. Are you ready, friends? I know I am. Isn't it good to know that even when we're in the middle of a storm, Jesus is always there with us as long as we hold him close to our hearts? Even though it's not a real storm going on right now with lightning and thunder and rain, this time of tribulation with the virus is like a storm in our lives. But always remember, friends, he's there for us. We just need to call upon him. Jesus stood in a boat, a fishing boat with oars and a sail, and talked to the many people who had come to hear him. All day long, Jesus told them stories. When it was evening, Jesus said to his helpers, "Let us cross over to the other side of the lake and rest." Can you imagine what a joy it was for all of these people to be able to see Jesus in person when he was still alive and to hear him tell stories and parables to them? What a blessing that must have been. Jesus' helpers untied the boat. They pushed it from the shore and they turned the sails. One man sat at the back of the boat to guide it with a steering tiller. The boat moved slowly at first and then faster across the quiet blue water. So here's Jesus and his helpers. Do you know what the special name for Jesus' helpers is? Very good, his disciples. So Jesus and his special helpers, the disciples, got a long steering oar and they pushed the boat off and they slowly started to cross the water. A round yellow moon came up over the lake. The stars twinkled high overhead. Jesus was so very tired, he lay down with his head on a pillow and was soon sound asleep. The man in the back steered carefully. The boat sailed on and on and on. Jesus, our Lord, when he was alive on earth, he had needs just like you and I. And just like we're tired after a long day, the Lord was tired and he needed to rest. Suddenly, a fierce wind began to blow. It blew a black cloud over the moon. It blew black clouds over the stars. It whipped the water into huge, angry waves. The waves tossed the boat this way and that way, and up and down. There was lightning, and there was thunder. Look at the water, friends. Look at the huge waves and how the boat rocked. Were Jesus and the disciples on a big boat like a cruise ship or a little tiny boat like a fishing boat? You're right. They were just on a little tiny boat. Can you imagine being out in the water on a little tiny boat while all of the waves are rolling and rocking? Oh, they must have been surely afraid. The man at the tiller tried to steer the boat, but he couldn't. Other men tried to row the boat with oars, but they couldn't. Water filled the boat. It began to sink. The men were afraid. They woke Jesus. "Lord, save us! We perish!" they cried. What does it mean if you perish? That's right, friend. That means the men were afraid they were going to die. But even though the storm was so rough and the boat was rocking and the waves were coming, Jesus slept on because he is the Son of the Father, and he did not even worry about the storm because he knew that God was watching out for him. But the men with him were so afraid. Jesus heard their cries for help. He felt the angry wind and he saw the lightning flash. He heard the noisy thunder, but he was not afraid. He stood up and said to the wind and the waves, "Peace, be still." So even though Jesus was asleep through the storm and wasn't afraid, when his people called out to him, just like we can call out to him through prayers, he heard their prayers and he saw what was making them afraid, and he did his best to make it better. Just like he'll do his best to make life better for us too, if only we call upon him. The wind stopped blowing. The waves went still. The clouds went away and the stars twinkled again. The boat sailed on in the sparkling path that the moon made on the water, and it crossed to the other side of the lake. "Why were you afraid?" Jesus asked his helpers. "Why were you afraid when I was with you?" Did Jesus think it was bad that the men were afraid? I don't think so. I think that he was just reminding them that as long as we're with him, we don't need to fear anything, that he'll take care of us. And even though that's the end of this story, I want you to remember, friends, that the Lord loves you, just like all of your friends do at Charleston First Church of the Nazarene and Elk River Church of the Nazarene. And we're here to help you during good times and bad times. We're here to pray for you and here to pray with you. And we hope that during this time of tribulation, you're sending all of your cares and worries to the Lord so that he can help you to take care of it and help you to know that you're always safe and secure in God's love. Until we can meet again in the sanctuary and enjoy fellowship with one another and a lesson from Pastor Randy, I hope you'll continue to come back and join me for new Bible stories every week. And please know that your church family loves you very, very much. Until next time, goodbye.